Digital bananas. Still working on the live streaming stuff. I'm using my webcam on the MacBook Pro. Still going to be doing more stuff with the iPad because I encourage the iPad, and at some point I'll probably get an iPhone, and I'll just be preaching about the Apple stuff on probably a lot of these videos because I want it to be simple for people who don't know what they're doing. So I might as well. So I'm testing a hotspot on my phone. One thing you can do in this day and age is I feel like I can't get away from not having a phone. When you've got family and you've got to be available and work all the time, blah, 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 it just seems like you need it now, which is crazy because I wanted to try to justify not having a phone. I still want to try to justify just having web at home, web at work, but you know, if I'm out on a shoot or out working, you can't get away with it. But what you can do is you can add a hotspot. I just went on to sprint.com, signed in to my account, went to my plans and services, and added a hotspot for, yes, it's extra charge a month, but it's not, if the hotspot, but basically what it does is it makes it so I can take my data internet connection and create a Wi-Fi hotspot that I can use my computer at home to use it. It's like the same kind of Wi-Fi signal you get from, like, if you've got Comcast or AT&T and you've got that wireless, you know, AT&T and Comcast now have these wireless modem routers. They're modem routers in one, and you do have to rent them from them. But $10 a month, or, you know, I know that's what Comcast charges. But if your hotspot works, if you have something like Verizon, or if you live in, like, I live in the Midwest, and Sprint is good here, for the most part. I do wish everything would just say 4G all the time. If we can get some consistent 4G in this country, that would be great. You know, I know it's not easy. But I'm testing it off of the phone because the thing is, if you got hotspot on your cell phone that works, you could save yourself money from getting web in the house. Since you've already got your cell phone bill, you might as well attach a little bit more to your cell phone bill and do it that way. So I'm interested in doing web stuff with cameras, nice camera. I got that HV. There's a test video I did with my Canon camera going out HDMI, in HDMI with this adapter I have, which is in a bag somewhere. It's somewhere. It should be close by. No, it's over there. It's over there. I don't feel like getting it right now. But anyway, which has been success. Basically, I can plug in a camera HDMI and use that instead of a camera like this. But this camera, for most people, will be just fine. For most people, you probably aren't going to be doing some of the stuff I'm doing, trying to take another camera and maybe, I don't know. But one thing I'm finding out, there's some things I like about this camera versus that camera. That the camera might be better quality, but there still has some of that still same digital shakiness, you know, digital shakiness. You still might need a better, you know, probably better camera than that. You know, there's some nice high quality DSLRs that have HDMI out that you can always try. But one thing that I'm still curious about is this versus just, you know, recording straight into a camera. Because the quality is better. The quality is better if you just record straight to an SD card or straight into a computer, as opposed to trying to go through the internet, trying to go through Wi-Fi. So that's still intriguing. And all the audio, and right now I want to see how the audio is doing. I'm just going off the camera mic, but even the audio still might not be doing so hot. So they do have options with the Wi-Fi's hotspots. You can do a 6 gig Wi-Fi hotspot, which is, I don't know, nobody's gonna want to buy that. But I'm just thinking for professional reasons. I'm trying to see how far I want to go into testing this website before it's like, wait a minute, this isn't. You need this, and I don't have the money for that. But it seems doable. But you're always relying on, you know, if you do it for a job, you know, one of the reasons why I hope this hotspot thing works out is no matter where I go, because even if you go and you do an event and you use their Wi-Fi, what if people at the event are using the Wi-Fi too? That's going to suck up gigabyte space. So with a Wi-Fi hotspot on your phone, you can still set a password. I haven't done a password on this one yet, but I'm anxious to see how well it syncs up. I don't have a lot of fans or viewers yet, and I do need more to come out and kind of start let me know what they want to see and what they want to know about. I know there's going to be people coming out like, well, I have a Samsung this, and I have a Lenovo this and that. And I'll be like, well, I don't have your product. I could go to the local Best Buy and try to figure it out there. Maybe I could talk to someone and work out like, I don't know, if it's for the sake of the show, maybe I can go and say, look, I'm starting this webcast thing online, and I need products so that I can try them out and show people how to use them, and they'll probably buy your product. I'm doing nothing but talk about Apple, even though I complain about Apple too. I complain about the fact that there's no mic input on some of these newer models of MacBook Pros, which could change. I don't know. But what they do have is something that I got recently, and I only got this because it was extremely cheap, which is cool, but it's highly rated. It's just a simple USB. You plug in USB, and it's got headphone and mic input, so you're covered. I haven't tested it yet, though, so we'll see how that works out. But that way you can get this and a cheap microphone. At least you can get, because I found that the videos, I listened to some of the videos that I use this condenser mic. It sounds great. You don't need to buy this. This is very expensive. Do not buy this. You just need it. Just get like a simple lav. Like I got, there's a company called literally JK. JK. I haven't tested this yet. Excuse me, that was probably not appropriate. But it's a company called JK. I still have their, but I liked them because it's a nice looking mic. It's real skinny, but it goes, it plugs in. You can plug this into like an MP3 recorder, or I figured the mic, the mic input of a little USB adapter. So I'll just put that in the the part where it has the little microphone, the red one. I'm gonna plug it into that, and then you can then put that in USB. So I'll test that in another video. So, and this is like, together this is like I think about $30. So there's your audio solution there. $30. Over 200. Don't need to get it. Don't buy it. Okay. So this is for people keeping it simple. I mean, really, we're all gonna have to get involved with this crap. I mean, I got a meeting, and I don't want. It's just gonna be. We're just living in different times. It's bananas. So I'll test that out in another video. Okay. All this stuff. I really do try to keep some of this stuff. I don't have money for expensive cameras, and I probably won't for a little while. But I got the laptop, and I got adapters, and I've got now a new Wi-Fi hotspot that I'll be using. So now I have no excuse to not take the scenery somewhere else besides, up here in, basement. I probably won't do any outside of the house. I don't think anybody should do anything. If you're doing stuff within your home, just make sure that what you're shooting is very generic, and people can't, don't shoot anything like that would give any indicators of like where you're living, even though you are literally like putting yourself out on the web or whatnot. But you know what I mean? Like, don't shoot outside your house. It's tough because you take photos and do video of stuff at your house, and then there's it's easy to get on Facebook and upload stuff. I try to just put photos on Facebook. I try to keep. I don't know. It's tough. Like when you have Christmas and you want to share those photos. This is on a random tangent, but I get it. People need to be careful. So, so this is a webcast of a hotspot, and I'm just using the webcam. I know the audio's just been off, and I think it's a webcast thing. But then again, I also have done tests coming in FireWire from my Canon, and actually no, coming in FireWire from the Canon and HDMI, the audio will probably be okay. I think this is just because of a delay with the web. I think the closer you get a microphone to the person, the better it will be to keep the audio synced up. Maybe I could be wrong, because literally the video that I did, I'm looking over at the camera. Sorry, the adapter's over there, but the camera's over here. The camera's mic was really close to my mouth though when I was doing the video, so I don't know how much of an excuse that is for that video. Maybe it's the adapter. I don't know. I'm going to have to do more tests. It sucks though when the 30 days is up and you pretty much have to keep it. But so far, it's promising in its success. One of the great things about online consumerism, I guess, is the reviews. You can check out reviews and read them before you buy them. And the mini recorder is a no-brainer for anybody with a Mac who basically wants to get HDMI to go into their computer. Well, I shouldn't say it like that. I tried to take HDMI out of a DVD player into the mini recorder by Blackmagic, and no success there. I don't know what the deal was there. I don't know. I kind of expected that to work. You know, so don't know. Don't know. I don't know if I need to take it out of a take it out of a monitor, take it into a splitter or another HDMI input that has a splitter that has outputs, and take it to, I don't know. But they've got other products that are not crazy expensive, but that I'd like to get to test. And I'm kind of basing this Digital Bananas thing off of how can I help people just get what they need to get and nothing else, and know what to do in certain situations too. Don't do a webcast while you're driving. You probably shouldn't be doing anything with a phone while you're driving. If you have it set up where you can be hands-free communication with the phone, do that. The name activation stuff is great. Yeah, texting and driving. I mean, I would say even if you're at a stoplight and you're doing a quick text, I'd say don't do it. I'd say don't do it. But if you, as long as you're stopped, because here's the thing, I'm not gonna play stupid. I know people are gonna do it anyway. So it's like, at least do it, and do it. Don't do full sentences. Just, I wouldn't even do it at all. I just wouldn't do it. I would just, if you're running late, you just kind of have to do the whole, my bad, I'm here, but I was running late and I was not about to text or call. So in the car. So anyway, this is to turn into an extremely long video that did not need to be this long. But we'll see how everything syncs up. Like I said, this is going off a hotspot so that I'll hopefully be able to go places, go around the city, go to places I'm working, and I'll probably use this hotspot plus the iPad for the most part. So yeah. And if you would ask me if this is going to change how we deliver and communicate news and entertainment and all that, I'd say yeah. Yeah, it would. Because Lord knows I've heard people preach about Yahoo's got concerts every night, web streamed. I mean, that's, and why shouldn't they? Why should we not be web streaming our favorite bands and artists all the time? Because of the web. So if you'd ask me, if you would, I would say maybe 5-10 years ago, people would be like, you're crazy if you think cable's going away. But then internet got faster, video came to the internet, and right now we're dealing with some sync issues. I mean, it's not 100% there, but I think it will definitely be the future, because the consumers are going to basically say, I'm fine with web. I don't want cable anymore. I'll just take my Netflix and Hulu Plus and YouTube and, say that's it. So yeah. Those systems may still stay in line, but for the most part, entertainment's going to have to follow the consumer where they go. If they're like, hey, I'm cool with what's on Netflix, then you better get your stuff on Netflix, because that's where they're going to be at. Nobody's watching this. Nobody's watching my webcast. Plus, I need to get more people to and I have not yet advertised myself for this thing on Facebook yet. And I probably am going to have to, because at some point people are going to be like, hey, I saw you on this web thing that you're doing where you're talking about electronic stuff and Digital Bananas and all that. And it's just you talking, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Are you auditioning for something? What are you doing? But really what I'm doing is I'm testing equipment. I'm testing stuff. So I'm actually hoping to do more of these videos with kind of a white background, like go into the studio and just do it with an all white, because I feel like I'm in the internet. You don't need to see the room I'm in. I'm in the internet. Who cares if it's just like this endless world of just all white? So that's where I'll go. It'll probably be more interesting too. People will want to listen more, and like, because right now this just looks like some regular video, some Joe Schmo just get on here saying, I just found this new chapstick and I just love this chapstick, and I just wanted to let everybody know about it. It doesn't have, I do want to create a community here, because I want to start asking people stuff that they're trying out. Like, has anybody tried using Gmail to send somebody money or anything like that? I mean, that's stuff that I'm interested in thinking about. I know it scares the crap out of people because they don't want anybody getting into their bank account or anything. And They don't want any of that, no hacking. People are like, no hacking. I don't want no hacking drama in my life. I don't want to change out my bank card all the time and whatnot. I understand why people are kind of like, I don't want anything to do with cameras. What this guy's doing right now, just sitting in front of a camera talking, I would never do. Never, never, never. But I'm here because this is kind of something I'm interested in. The next generation is extremely interested in it, and they're doing it. And I don't want to be like the older generation, the part of the older generation that's kind of saying like, they need to get out. I'm not saying that kids don't need to go out and get out and play, but I feel like there's a part of the older generation that's really stuck in their ways, and they're not, when we pass the baton to the next generation, we do kind of have to look at what they want to do and how they want to educate themselves and communicate, and say, okay, well, if that's what you want to use and do, fine, we'll work with that. But maybe that's what my role is going to be. Because like I'm on here preaching about, using a phone, which I've tried to avoid, but obviously I can't. But at least when you're driving, for instance, you don't need to act like you have a phone. Sometimes you got to act like you don't have stuff. I think it's easy to get obsessed with anything. I think anything can become obsessive. Video games, sitting in front of a computer just talking. I think everyone's got to admit, I haven't put a whole lot of time into this. Like when I do these things, I don't set up much light. I just kind of go with it. This is a major hotspot test. All this stuff I'm just preaching about. I think one of the things I need to do is I need to literally just pick a time during the day, at the end of the day, and say, I'm going to do a webcast from 7 to 7:30, and it'll be very raw. I'll try to get some video graphics ready on my YouTube page, because when you're doing one of these webcasts, you can come over here and use something called the control room. And they also have a YouTube symbol where you can, while I'm talking, it's still going on. It's opening up YouTube. It will actually allow me to share videos, like B-roll during a news webcast. Like, all right, cut to D1 or whatever. You just like throw your video in and bam, put your little lower thirds on here while I'm talking, and then I can just put the. Actually, I don't even know if this is right. Hold up, this is my right. That's mirroring me over there. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes this thing gets flipped. It does all that. Well, I guess it is flipped because I need to do that for you to read the. That's interesting. Yeah, that looks better. That looks right. Go to your Hangout toolbox and make sure it's like flipped, because this definitely makes more sense. This looks like you're looking at me. All right. Whatever, I need to make some business cards. It literally just needs to have the banana symbol, the 3 bananas, and then digital bananas. Some people might be asking, like, Joey, with the Apple stuff and the bananas thing going on, it sounds like you're just trying to take some of Apple's thunder because they got the whole fruit thing going on. And it's like, you know what? I'm using Apple stuff because it works, and I think you get your best value for it. And they've got enough options, inexpensive options, that you can start somewhere. Either it's an iTouch or a small iPad or your iPhone, and you can get into creating for your digital lives, okay, whatever you need to do, or just creatively communicating, making it easy. If you do have an iPad or iPhone, get Livestream and use your Facebook account to test making your own webcast. It's really easy. You basically can watch other people's webcasts, and you can make your own and have other people come and view. You can view it through Livestream, or you can share your link through Facebook or text or email, and they can watch your live stream. Whatever you want to do. You want to juggle, you want to make music, you want to just be like me and just sit and talk about stuff, and whether it's important or not. If you guys get into the another great thing about having this USB adapter with a microphone. Now this mic is not too long. It's not very long. Like I could probably get this far away, but they have longer ones. I don't want to get up and get it. Mics where you can get real far away and do stand-up stuff, and you can control it on your own. Look, your laptop can tilt and be like a little tripod of sorts. That's something you got to think about too when it comes to, if you're real serious about doing some of the stuff that I'm doing. Like if you really do want to have the because an iPad you can get iPad stands that can you can tilt. So So you can always go that way. But with an iPad, though, there's no mic input. There's no USB. I don't know if they have an adapter. They may have adapters. They always come up with these adapters for the bottom of iPads, which I want to look into them. I wish I could just get them for free to test them, but I'm not really there. I don't think I have many viewers on my page. I'm pretty sure that there's only like 2 or 3 people checking in. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who's been responsible for me doing this. Maybe it's just me. I know coming up with the name was really helpful. Once I came up with Digital Bananas, I was like, that's it. That's what I need to do. It's going to be raw and off the cuff. It's going to be ridiculous. And will it catch on? I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. Unless I get out on my Facebook and I tell people, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm talking to a camera. So, and it's bananas. So, but what I need to do is I need to come up with more videos where it's like, you know, well, I'm not cutting from any shot. It's just me sitting here. So I need to, you know, cut to some B-roll, cut to something else than just me sitting here talking. So, but anyway, this is ridiculous. This video should have been done minutes ago. Minutes. But it'll be done now. So thank you for watching and tuning into Digital Bananas. I appreciate it. Tell a person. Just tell them to type in digital. At least when you type in Digital Bananas, it comes to me. So, and I do admit I need to come up with a regular look. You know, I need to get out of here and just really I need to do this with like a screen behind me and just make it all white, or you know, I could do a green screen and just throw all kinds of stuff in the background later on. But now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if you can utilize a green screen during probably not here, probably not right here in Google Hangouts. A green screen. You can share what's on your desktop, so I can cut to that kind of footage. I can screen share. Look, I can screen share what's on my desktop. Should be kind of cool, but I don't really want to show that. I don't want to show that. It's kind of personal, so it's tough. Trying to keep you know, personal photos and photos. So people got to watch that too when you're doing these videos. Got to make sure people don't see personal stuff. So yeah, when it comes into doing live video, I mean, you got to get like software. YouTube's got Wirecast, which I almost got an updated version of Wirecast and paid their HDV fee of $100 to do it, but I opted to get the Blackmagic thing to honestly save some money and utilize it for other things. So yeah, I was a little disappointed that I couldn't record out of the DVD player, and the cable box would have been nice too, because it's just when you're doing, I don't know, people out there want to do blogs about pop culture stuff, and it'd be nice to get footage somewhere. You can always go on YouTube and rip videos, or I guess, and another reason, I mean, if anybody's got a camera, you can always take a camera up to a TV and record it for your B-roll, and take the audio out. So there are ways around it. I figured out a way to there's other ways though to take off of your Elgato's got products like audio video adapters that could work for capturing off of cable and DVDs or other video sources. So, because I don't know what people want to do. I know a lot of people like to talk about, it's funny, there's people out there that just are all about sports. And it's like, well, hopefully what you're doing in your life involves sports. And this is one way to do that. I did a digital video, bananas video of me talking about sports. So my problem is I need to stop the videos and start new ones. But this is a webcast, and I'm going off of a hotspot. It's a huge hotspot test. And sometimes I like to go long because I want to see if the connection stays consistent, which is nice. I need to put my head here because there's a lamp back here, and it's definitely distracting if my head's not in front of it. So you like that roll of toilet paper back there, just sitting on top of the printer? Yeah, man, good times. Good times. Living with your kitchen, or part of your kitchen. See that little oven back there? Right. Where's that? There it is, that oven. Right next to your printer. I love those tables, those tables that you can fold up and use. So Yeah. All right. I can't believe it's still webcast. All right, Digital Bananas.